So now we're going to fight the Battle of Tinchebrai, and once again, here is the historical details if you wish to read them. Let's go. I'm going into this blind, so I have no idea what to expect. Let's take a look at what we've got. So I'm playing the Normans. I know they are the historical losers of this battle. I've got to say, my army seems awfully strong, to the point where I'm actually going to double check the settings to make sure. Yeah, it is on print. Let's take a look at the armies then. So I have a front line of Norman dismounted knights and sergeants, and it's a solid line. And they have the same, so that seems like a gigantic advantage to me. I'm starting to think an ambush or something comes in here. We do have weaker cavalry. I'm going to have to use this village to my advantage. Let's see if we can get our archers up onto that hill. I'm going to want to do that immediately. And then turn like this because I'm going to hope to get into this built up area. But I suspect the archers might intercept me before I can do that. Once again, same here. I'm going to try and take control of the village. Or at least force the knights to go around the village. We are in a fairly good defensive position here, but if I want to... okay, I think I've got an idea of what to do. We are going to push forward with the infantry. I'll be back once I've done this. Now I'm going to take these units of infantry and I'm going to swing them out towards the side of the battlefield. And they are going to set up a kind of flank guard to trap these oncoming cavalry between the two lines. And I'm also going to start to move these units towards this side of the battlefield, off towards this area here. And of course I'm going to mirror those movements on the other side. The remainder of my army will have to serve as a reserve here. Not sure how I feel about the reserve of peasants, but there we go. Okay, next turn. Luckily the archers missed the chance to prevent me from taking a position in the village. So that will help immensely. So we take up position. I'll start taking pot shots at the knights in this flank. That's good. Okay. Move up to cover the ridge. Hold this unit of knights back a little bit. And start taking pot shots. And now we're starting to move these feudal levies over here so they can outflank the knights. Mirroring those movements on the right, of course. Maybe able to use the archers' positions to my advantage here. Watch out for those archers, just for this turn. In fact, how about we take a position here? Okay. Next turn. Oh no, that barely hurt me. But it does create problems for formation. Any movement from the enemy ranks? Okay. Now we need to remember the point of the formation. Let's see. I am going to tank a round of fire from these archers so that I have a better chance of staying in formation when I ultimately charge them. It's never something I would choose to do, but I don't think I have a choice in this case. We're just going to have to deal. Okay, we are covered by the built up area. And I am getting my own 3 shots off against the Anglo-Norman Knights, so it's balanced to a degree. So I need to wall up here. This is where I need to start paying more attention to exactly what I'm doing in terms of manoeuvre. These guys continue to drift towards the flank. It's slotting into place slowly but surely. Straighten those knights up. They should be at the hill. And actually, I think I will bring these knights around. Okay. Right, the rest is just moving up reserves. Thank you for the free victory. I'd like to keep those archers in position, but what I'd really like to do is get on these guys' flanks. That will force the knights into an unwise charge. Of course, it does leave the village temporarily unoccupied. I can come back and occupy it. Keep the knights on the high ground, and unfortunately we might have to take some arrow fire for the moment. If I was feeling brave, I could charge the knights here, but as I don't really think that's going to lead to a flank attack. These feudal levies are running late now. That's probably going to be the mistake that costs me the battle. Well, whatever I do, I'll get shot at. What I can do is keep these levies moving into position. And give them another face full of arrows. Right, next turn. Well, that's all well and good, but once I win this fight, they'll carry on into the general's unit. Which isn't really a plus for me. Part of me's tempted to march this unit of feudal levies through onto the slope here. To be honest, they'll do just as well here, because they're only moderately disordered while the knights will be severely disordered. And that means I can now start putting point blank fire down on these knights. I will give my soldiers here the general, and that way he has a fighting chance when he goes through. Just keep shooting away. The longer this goes on, the better my positional situation will be. I think I'll start... No! Oh, I forgot they were in range of the knights. Okay. We can't actually do that here. And honestly, showing a hole in my line means these... They won't help against this first volley, but if I fall back again, we'll be at longer range, so it will save me some casualties. Very, very tempted to attack... Oh, they'll just drop back. That would be a terrible idea. Okay. Keep going. Because eventually they're going to have to charge. Right. Don't come off the hill just yet. Need to try and provoke that left flank of knights. So I know enough of the history of this battle to know roughly what happens. I believe that in history the Anglo-Normans, the Normans coming in from England, did win this battle, so that the enemy won this battle, and they did it by winning on the flank, so that's exactly the fate I'm trying to avoid here. Good. Still not going to charge though, we've got room to get around the flanks and get an advantage. If we break... Okay, that's convinced me. That was rather weak, but then again they were low in ammo. Once they can't charge anymore, we're safe to fall back another step. That was lucky. And those archers will have to turn to fire, although they've already got their best shots in. But they're low in ammo now. I think the story's pretty much finished on this flank. Turn to face. Would actually like to swing out a little bit. I'm looking for these knights to get caught in the spearman line here. That way we can swing in and destroy them. Wouldn't it be ironic if I ended up losing in the centre? Excellent. Does it cause any panic? Oh, brilliant. Oh, that's marvellous news. Take a shot at them. Right, now unfortunately my spearmen have to come out because they have to cover their allies' flank. So now my raw feudal levies are face to face with knights. That's not really a very... Maybe there's a better way to do this. So I'm prepared to shorten my line here. And I could quickly get these units into position next turn. So as long as we don't break immediately, we'll get an advantage this way. Turn that way to make sure that we don't get squashed by the Anglo-Norman knights. And move these guys up. Yeah, move these guys up and move these lads onto the hill. If they charge through, we can catch them again here. And there's enough space in between our units to avoid too much panic. Okay, the knights have suffered quite badly here. Unfortunately, they dropped back before I could put this flank attack into position. The infantry are just too slow and lumbering. Hit them again. We're not going to cause much damage. Well, 2 casualties is still something. Once again, just waiting for things to change there. It is now a race against time to take down the knights before these archers can cause too much damage. Unfortunately, our troops are pursuing, which is going to delay us. Okay, the enemy infantry are getting impatient. They're coming to fight us. It's, both worrying and has opportunities for us. Unfortunately, my decision to pull back here means that I can't turn the flank. But if it's still like this at the end of next turn, I might have an opportunity. Ah, finally, there we go. This is what I wanted to see happen. Now this looks... Ah, look at this. They've blundered right into my trap. Right, you're not getting away again. Push around here to the flanks. I'm aware of the situation here, and I'm aware and that it's not optimal. If they charge, they'll be flanked. I can't turn to check these knights here, though at least they're pinned in. Okay, let's see. Is there anything my frontline units can do? They're unmaneuverable. We'll turn their flanks. Give this unit the general. And go and thump them. Alright, next turn. Hopefully we'll be able to get a flank attack. Can't quite borrow a general there. It could be worth pulling the archers out of the village and then moving onto the diagonal here. If I move to here, can I turn? Okay, that's a pretty valuable place to end up. Turn these levies into face this situation. And yeah, just continue our ride around the enemy flanks. Anywhere where we can set up to threaten these three is going to help. Unfortunately, my failure to get these units into position in time is once again costing us. Anything else I can do? No, I think that's pretty much it. But hopefully these Anglo-Norman knights are starting to get into a rather worrying position where I can potentially crush them between two units. This is going to hurt. Not good timing. Well, nothing awful has happened yet. I have reinforcements, but it's not as good. Their levies are better than mine, though. Theirs are average, while mine are only raw. Some knights turning around so they don't get hit. Of course. What else are sergeants for? Lucky I had those feudal levies there. Well, you don't play it. You're not going to have an easy time on Prince. I knew there'd be something lurking out there. The odds weren't menacing enough. Get those knights turned around. I'm heading back towards the battlefield. Good, these knights are now officially dead meat. At least as long as they can, as long as this situation doesn't break down and interrupt things. Good. Okay, move these units in towards the trap, and we need, well, before I do that, Let's see how this goes. Get the flank attack here. Thump them again. Reduce the chance of them coming back. And there they go. Off you go. And well, that's not really very important. And now, because they didn't get their foot on the gas quickly enough, I can thump them here as well. The object here is to get both of these units to turn. Oh, okay, that wasn't how that was supposed to go. I could charge out, but then it's creating other problems. This unit of archers is really unfortunately placed now. Do I want to risk charging out in an attempt to get a flank attack with these peasants? I'm apparently that stupid. So the idea is, of course, to... maybe I can kind of slide around here and eventually set up flank attacks here. No, it would take the knights 2 turns to get into position. The peasants can be there next turn. Yep. I think they'll be able to pull back. Yes, they will. But they are going to take a flank attack for it, and it also means I can engage here on the flanks, and this unit of knights is now thoroughly hemmed in and pinned down. And they're fighting a general unit. I have 3 units of extremely nasty sergeants going towards me. They're only average quality, but they're still going to cause a ton of damage if they're allowed to charge into my back. It's tempting to get the flank attack, but I'd be charging into a general unit, which doesn't really appeal to me for obvious reasons. I'm also worried about these knights, because they'll be able to charge into my infantry next turn. I'm running out of time and I'm running out of reserves. I need to crack this open. Right. Take our medicine here. That was actually better than I thought it was going to be. Start to move in for the pinning here, for the pin attack here, but I'm not going to do anything until I know how this resolves, because we could have a sudden drop back and then my flanks will be exposed. No, I'm not going to engage that charge without a general. There's too much chance of a double drop. Keep our reinforcements close. Not too close though, because if this panics, I want something here to catch at least some of the knights that come spilling out. You thought disturbing a wasp's nest was bad. Try disturbing a group of violent knights. Next turn. Gratifying as it is to see all these knights spilling around, I do need to take advantage of this situation. Oh no, 2 people. That unfortunately prevents any more flanking actions. Okay, yeah, that unit is going to have a 3-on-1 situation soon. That was not a welcome place for them to emerge. any more nasty surprises lurking in the woods? God, how many are there? It's a classic situation. Both armies are evenly matched, so one side hires mercenaries to swing the balance. Well, once again, see what happens. I think these guys might auto-break before I get the chance to make this flank attack happen. Yeah, that's not good. Okay. Well, let's move to here. We might still be able to get something out of this. And what I should have done was resolve this fight. They might have dropped. See if they drop from a morale check now. That will have exposed the fact that I made a mistake. Yep. Well, as it turns out, it wouldn't have helped anyway, but that was slightly sloppy play from me there. Well, these guys are obviously going to have to turn to face and stop the mercenary sergeants from getting any farther. And they're also exerting a secondary zone of control here, so it will slow down the mercenary sergeants. Weird that they haven't engaged the commander here yet. Let's take our advantages where we have them. Good. That should help the knights, and of course they are now getting slaughtered. I have an important decision to make here. Do I turn and face this way? And thus that leaves this square open a little bit to a flank attack if this unit fails. Or do I leave my facing here and resolve the fact, just resign myself to the fact that these Norman knights are going to have to face a 2-on-1. For the stability of my line, I think I'll take the 2-on-1, especially since we're now starting to gain some advantage here. So I think the situation might start to improve for us. I could engage here and move this unit to this square here, and that puts some pressure on the enemy line. However, I haven't forgotten about my flank attack here. What I really want to do is engage here and then start to mop up here. But first of all, well, let's engage here so that we've got a 2-on-1 advantage. And see what happens in these fights. Okay. I think I'll... Once again, their reinforcements are better than mine, so I have to think a little bit about stepping out to confront these Anglo-Norman feudal foot. Give this unit the general so they're on even terms. Let's resolve this melee first. I could, of course, turn it into... These are defensive spearmen. Turn it into 3... Well... No, I'm going to try and break out. And then I'm going to start to bring my reinforcements into the fight. And we're going to spill out of the enemy formation. And we're going to try to... produce... I hope I haven't made a terrible mistake here. It's done now. I'm going to go for broke with this strategy. Move in here, pin the knights. Don't turn yet. It's a shame those peasants couldn't turn, isn't it? Should have done that first. Give them some fire. And you know what, these feudal if they're getting broken through, these feudal levies might just prove useful. I will follow my plan and engage here. Please do not panic. This unit needs to move up. Sorry buddies, you're on your own. Try not to lose too dramatically. Okay. Right. Next turn. Sound cut out there for a second. The defensive spearmen are doing a good job of harassing the mercenary sergeants. That helps. That is less useful. If they just manage to hold on a little bit longer, we'll at least get the flank attack in. Not good considering there's only a unit of peasants fighting behind there. Work. Okay. These guys are already bleeding out. Hit them where it hurts. Excellent. Excellent. They are going to die. That means my peasants are going to be in trouble next. Seeing as we've got nothing else to hit them with, resolve this melee, see what happens. Okay. The arcs, but they're raw melt. Well, that's a no-brainer, isn't it? They are probably going to auto-break. Well, since they lost the melee, they're definitely going to auto-break. One unit fragmented, but the other one held far. Okay, that's not the unit I would have wanted to fragment. Okay, thankfully I can move up here, give them one more shot for luck. And now we need to address the situation. So, what happens here is going to be key. Okay. What about these guys? Because I'm not going to be able to influence that immediately. Right, they've held firm. My pushed out knights are doing their job. They're holding the bridgehead open. They're holding the breach open. We are going to turn and flank with the peasants. And, right, I'll leave that for the minute. We need to change the facing of these feudal you do not want to change it like that. And just change these guys to move away from the battlefield, thank you very much. That might seem insane to actually turn my back to the enemy army, but I am doing it for a reason. They'll be able to move to guard the flanks here thanks to the positioning of these Anglo-Norman spearmen. I can move these units into quite a threatening position. What I'd like to do with the knights is get them right around to hit something here that's not already engaged. Okay. What I could do is, just in case this unit falls back, turn here, well, because what I'll do then is I'll bring this unit up here. There's no point in rushing that just yet. Right, we're closing the trap there, but there are a few things that could still go. Oh, great. That's extremely unfortunate. This unit is blocking my advance still. Foiled a little bit there. But that helps. Okay. If all else fails, get lucky. We're going to get thumped here. They fought extremely bravely. Well done holding out there, lads. We know that doesn't have a happy ending anyway. Move up here. Before I do any of that, let's resolve the melees here. Okay. Start to make these guys relevant. I'm going to have to adjust. Do I have to? Yes, I will. Of course I do. I need to avoid a flank attack here. I could adjust the facing of these units instead, I suppose. In terms of maintaining the structure of the line, that might be best. Okay. And I think with that we're finally done with this turn. Quite a long one. On we go. Hikes. How do I feel about that archer unit rallying? Couldn't pretend to care. So, as these Anglo-Norman foot start to empty out... Oh god, there's more of these creeps. Good, my rough foot managed to hold the line there, but that won't happen forever. Those are Anglo-Norman knights, not puny sergeants. They're on their last legs. And they stop the peasants from flanking. Good luck. Don't screw this up. Okay. Don't engage that unit yet. I want the flank attack to go through. Feels a bit cheap using knights as sergeants to hold a unit of levy foot in place, but okay. If they can get a fragmentation, I might be able to do something here. No, unfortunately not. So I now need to choose whether to hit these guys in the flank, in the hope of turning the situation and knowing that they will get hit in the side. Okay, none of that is pleasant. On the plus side, it means that my knights can now get stuck into these sergeants. Okay, here's where the real opportunities lie. I am going to quickly slip out before the floodgates open here. Napoleon, what are you thinking? Those Anglo-Norman foot are sitting right there. I might honestly want to take the but the knights will get us. Yeah, this peasant unit's in trouble. Get a flank attack here, see if we can bring down any of these knights. It will obviously give my general an advantage. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. They held on. I've been lucky that my lines remained stable so far for so long. This formation is serving us well for now. This situation is going to go badly for us. I'm out of options. Okay, let's see how bad this actually ends up being. Pretty bad. Okay, if I don't do something here, then all of this is going to peel off because we're losing this fight. So I need to sacrifice the peasants to try and get an advantage over these Anglo-Norman knights who have been thumping this unit the entire battle. It's going well, but let's not lose it now. Anything I want to do with this unit. Okay, leave it for now. Change it to angle this way, because if they come through and the peasants were going to want units facing this way to potentially get flanks. If I suppose that might happen, doesn't seem very likely. Might be sweating the small stuff a little bit too much here. Let's see. Bring this unit in, but as mentioned, we're not going to actually charge there yet. With a bit of luck, those knights will turn around and they get a free flank attack on them, but I'm not sure the AI will be quite that dumb. Probably should have done something with their facing. Prince is usually forgiving enough that you can make small errors. Oh, well, that didn't last long at all. Now, of course, that's going to panic the rest of my line. The peasants were instrumental, but it might come back to bite us now. Yep. Untrained levies doing really well when hit in the flank by drilled spearmen. Great, that's starting to undermine my position. There's just so many sergeants. That's fine, that just softens you up before my Anglo-Norman knights kill you. we'll auto break them, see where this leads. That was supremely lucky, I didn't expect that combination. Oh, brilliant. That might just be what saves our bacon over here. Well, I couldn't have really asked for a better result than that. I know this means I have to give up a flank attack here, but I need to save my troops. Turn around and face here. Great, more things going our way. I've been rather lucky this battle. I don't think I've entirely made my own luck here. A lot had to go right for me to get into this position as quickly as I did. Right, stick to the plan, flank this unit first. There they go. We'll get this unit next turn as long as this unit holds on, okay? Or we might get them now! Brilliant! Oh, this is lovely. Can all my historical battles be like this? And this is the losing side. Wait until I play the winning one. Okay, resolve this first, I guess. No point standing here getting shot at. May as well give them a charge. Resolve this fight as well. Take the one we're marginally less likely to get slaughtered. Or rather, certain to get slaughtered. That's a 100% chance right there. Everything held firm. The random number generator is being uncharacteristically nice to me. These guys need to turn and watch the flanks of this unit here. So no new opportunities, but that was an amazing turn for us. Is there anything I can do about this situation? Because it seems like we're going to get flanked by something somewhere soon enough. Oh no, actually this is pretty stable, amazingly. So I knew that, I do remember something about an ambush now, or something happening on the left hand side of the battlefield. But I didn't remember it well enough. Those sergeants still caught me off guard, and it was sheer luck that my troops happened to be in a good position. I expect we'll win this battle now, but there's still room for things to go wrong. Good, that could have been dangerous actually with raw troops fighting there, as those knights would have gone straight into the backs of my soldiers. Good. It could have been dangerous if they'd pursued, they would have ended up getting flanked themselves. Okay. Step by brutal, wicked step. We're winning this. surprised for guessing why I'm charging here. They might interfere, but they're defensive spearmen. That will not go well for them. More free route percentage. Get lost. It's very satisfying to see that unit having fought for so long when it's battling against these Anglo-Norman knights. Well, again, let's see what happens. Well, no, we want to get past, slide past here and get some flanks opportunity set up. Our knights should do okay there. Good. They might help break through here. Unfortunately, these knights here are going to get flanked. Yeah, they might be the lost patrol. Move around here. Oh no! They revealed someone, so they stopped moving. Alright, that was a bit of a close call. Almost set up a flank attack. Thankfully they still block the passage of the enemy. Take a general and let's try and break this unit quickly. The quicker we can throw the Norman army into chaos now, the better. Take a pot shot at them, they're the smaller unit. Oh, they're just sergeants. Great. Right. I'm going to dispatch this unit towards this side of the battlefield to make sure things don't suddenly go wrong. We've won now. The resources, the enemy's resources are now completely inadequate to rescue the situation. If I had $1 million to bet, I'd bet on victory now. Right, end turn. I'm not even slightly afraid of these men anymore. I'm slowing down to the crawl for some reason. Right. That's it. That's the battle won. Just wait for the victory screen now. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. We've kept the English throne. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been the Battle of Tinchebrai as the Norman side. And I will... think so, anyway. Anyway folks, I've been Napoleon Complex, thank you for watching this video and I will see you next time. Farewell.